This is video number 25 in the series on your firearms defense channel. Now, I want to read this email I just received from my friend back in Heartland, and this will explain better than anything else why I regard law enforcement as my enemy and not my friend. Charlie Michener is a 61-year-old general building contractor with an office near Patrick Lane and Fort Apache Road in Las Vegas. He holds permits allowing him to legally carry concealed weapons in Nevada, Florida, and Utah. Over the past 3 years, his office has been broken into 5 times. 3 of those occasions involved me interacting with Metro, he wrote recently. Each of the occasions began the same: my introduction, my presentation of my Nevada driver's license, and my concealed firearms permit. Prior to today, each Metro officer simply replied, "Thank you," proceeded with his work, and then when completed there was a conversation about firearms. Things were real different at 5:30 a.m. January 3rd, however, when Mr. Michener called Metro to report the 5th break-in at his office. "Ben, I hope I do not see the future this morning," Charlie emailed me. "Today was drastically different. The responding officer was a lady cop, Officer J. Rogers, badge number 13525. Upon presentation of my firearms permit, the officer asked if I had the weapon on me, to which I replied, yes. She then said to spread my legs and put my hands behind my back. I complied, and then she handcuffed me. While doing so, she said that she wanted to make certain that we were all safe." Okay, I want to make a couple of quick comments here. 2 things I note that are big mistakes. The first mistake is this cop is a lady. That's the first thing. I have nothing against women, but I don't think they should be cops. The second thing is there was one of them. There shouldn't never be one police officer in a police car. There should always be at least 2 of them. So that's the first things I want to note here. Officer Rogers stripped Mr. Michener of the Glock 19 he was carrying, took the weapon and locked it in her patrol car. Bear in mind that she had yet to clear my office. She was waiting for backup for clearing, Charlie writes. So while remote, there was the possibility that the bad guys were still in my office and would come rushing out, finding me to their delight handcuffed. Apparently I was not included in her comment that we were all safe. It is always nice when law-abiding citizens, particularly myself, are disposable. He would have been better off to clear the office himself. He might as well have went ahead and did it. The police were totally useless for that. An hour or so later, when she had completed her paperwork, she came back in the office. I was in the rear and did not see her enter. She came to me and said that she had put my weapon in the second drawer on the left in the receptionist's desk. See, that's all it's about. It's just filling out the paperwork. That's all it is. You know, paperwork, and more paperwork. She then said that she could tell that I was upset with being handcuffed like a common criminal. I explained that I was extremely upset and told her that it was out of respect to her that I provided my firearms permit and that the Second Amendment did have some meaning. She replied that the reason she did what she did was because she did not know if I was a bad guy or not. That's just about the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. As a police officer, you're not allowed to use any common sense. I then asked if she was following procedure to handcuff me and remove my weapon, to which she did not have a good answer other than that I was larger than her. Well, you know, that's stupid. Men are supposed to be larger than women. That's fairly common. Another officer told Charlie that based on J. Rogers, whatever her first name is, Jean or Joanne or whatever, badge number, she had probably been on her own for less than 6 months and was probably not secure in what she was doing. That's all the more reason she shouldn't have been by herself in a patrol car. In fact, police officers shouldn't be by themselves in patrol cars. Let's see, it goes on here. There's internal affairs told him it all depends on the situation as to what they want to do. Let's see. it just goes on here like that. I'll conclude this here and make a couple of comments. The cops don't get it. The Constitution does not say the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed unless the infringement makes an officer of the government feel safer. The biggest reason the American populace was armed was never to fight off bears or wild Indians, but to make agents of the government feel unsafe. Really, really unsafe should they try to take away our rights. That's why a citizen militia is necessary to the security of a free state. If these arrogant, uninformed employees of ours really want to treat us as the enemy, they may eventually get their wish, at which point they will discover they're vastly outnumbered, and backup is never quite close enough to solve the problem they've created for themselves. This guy goes on here. I guess he's not a feminist or anything. I guess he doesn't support that movement. He says, America in 2025, gals, keep at it and it can be your own private Afghanistan. Well, I hope America never becomes Afghanistan, because, that place is just a third world hellhole. It might as well be bombed off the map and start over, But I want to make a couple of things of note here. Now, this guy's been broken into 5 times. The police are totally useless. They come and take the report. There's never been anybody arrested or anything. I'd bet everything I've got in the bank on that, and I'd win. So that's the first thing. I guess he files a report for his insurance company. After 5 times, I can't imagine this guy still has insurance. He'd be better off to hire some of the local gangbangers to watch his place and have them beat up on whoever's breaking in and dispose of them, and that would be the way that would be done. That would solve this guy's problem. Now, I don't remember if everybody's seen the movie Casino or not. Now, there's a real life guy named Tony the Ant Spilatro, whose real life story this movie was based on, and he caught a cheat in his casino. The guy was cheating at blackjack, and he didn't call the police, to arrest this guy and prosecute him. He just broke the guy's hands with a rubber hammer he kept for that purpose. And unlike the movie, it was a rubber hammer because he didn't want to leave marks on the guy's hands, so he broke his hands with a rubber hammer. And that's the way things should really be done. This guy had an effective means of taking care of the problem, and after that, card cheats never came in his casino again. He wasn't bothered. So if this guy, wants to take care of the problem himself, he would probably be a lot better off and not count on the police, because as this episode proved here, they're just totally, completely useless. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video, and I'll see you on number 26 whenever I get it made.